Well, well, well. What do we have here? Didn't expect to see you here today. Or any day, really. How have things been? How's the university life been treating you? Not very chatty today, I see. Okay, that's fine. Hey, how's your life been, dude? Oh, thanks for asking. Mine has just been going wonderfully. So wonderfully, in fact, that I still show up to this stupid old park just to sit and think about how wonderfully things are going for me. Come on. Nothing. Not even a little grin? Wow, okay, fine. Not a smile, not a tear, no joy, no guilt. She speaks. No, I didn't mean to imply that you should feel guilty about anything, because you shouldn't. I just know that brains can be, well, forget it. No, I'm not hung up on that. And you shouldn't be either. It's all in the past. Don't worry. I honestly had no idea that you would be here, I swear. I nearly had a heart attack when I saw a pair of legs sticking out under the tree. Once I realized they were yours, though, I just had to come over. Where's your man? Heard you two were supposed to be engaged nowadays. Congrats, by the way. I'll try to make it to the wedding, but I make no promise. He's cheating on you. Wow. Okay. Are you certain? Like, do you know for sure? Lipstick on the collar, of course. Boring and unoriginal to the very end, isn't he? Okay, sheesh. Tough crowd. Sorry. Bad timing. Look, I'm sorry. No. Really. I am. I always hoped after you started dating him that you'd be able to have a nice, normal life. When you left town to go to college, I wanted you to be happy more than anything else. Even as the months wore on and the calls and texts got further and further apart and eventually stopped altogether, I don't know. I just felt like you deserved a better life. You deserved your happily ever after with the right guy, not to be stuck here in this dead town like some idiot screw up. Like me. So if you're expecting me to be an asshole to you and do the whole I told you so shtick, then you can forget it. You don't need that at a time like this. I mean, I'll definitely be thinking it. Ow, I'm just kidding. I saw that smile. God, it has been so long since we've been here together, hasn't it? Just you and me, snoozing under the leaves, trying to stay out of the summer heat. Huh? Oh, yeah, I never stopped coming here. It's so peaceful. The shade is perfect. The ambiance is nice. The memories are sweet. It makes me happy. Oh yeah? It makes you happy too, huh? Well, you should come visit more often, girl. We could have taken some nice naps here together like we did in the old days. When was the last time we were here together, actually? Oh, yeah. That summer, right before we moved off for college, that was such a weird summer, right? It's like a fever dream. We graduated with these big fancy plans. You were going to go to university and I was going to move with you. We were going to live together in not a condo, what was it? A fixer-upper, that's it. We're going to get a fixer-upper. We were going to be the perfect roommates. I was going to renovate the place while you went to class. Then we'd flip it and use the money to pay off your student debt. I was even looking at real estate firms near your school just so I could scope out the housing scene and start planning. Oh, wait, did I ever tell you? I was even looking at paint swatches. I had the perfect color picked out for the living room and everything. It matched your eyes. It complimented them. I mean, something about the color of your eyes always made me feel safe, comfortable. I don't know. We really went crazy that summer, I guess. Well, with all the planning, I mean, and you figuring out your courses and preparing for the first semester. We used to sit out here for hours every day. You studying those little prep guides and me trying to look up home repair videos on that crappy old iPhone 4S I used to have. Do you remember that? The one with the crack that ran right over the camera lens so the autofocus never worked. Oh my god, I sent you so many blurry pictures of random stray cats on that thing, remember? We'd sit, we'd read, we'd chat, we'd cuddle, I guess. Just enjoy each other's company out here. You would lay across my lap. Yeah, just like this. It was always funny to me, too, because you fell asleep every time. Every day, by around, 4 p.m., you were just snoozing away in the glow of the summer sun. You looked amazing, honestly. The way your hair used to splay out across my lap. The way the light danced through the leaves across your face. You always seemed so peaceful. Just in that moment, you didn't have a care in the world. And then one day, we finally did it. We kissed. Our first. Ripped right through years of tension, of knowing exactly how we felt about each other, but being unable to express it. All in one golden hour kiss. That was probably the best day of my life, honestly. We didn't go any further or anything, but we were closer from then on. Shared kisses sometimes, cuddled a bit more closely, that kind of thing. I don't know what we were, but we weren't just friends anymore. Then we had our last day here together. I finally convinced myself to ask you what we were. If we were going to call ourselves a couple when we moved in together in the fall. There weren't many days left, so I figured that we should probably answer that question before we packed. You told me that you needed to think about it, that you'd tell me the next day. And when the next day came, you never showed. you were gone. I waited here, imagining, how you'd look, how you'd smell, how you'd feel, what you'd say, what our future would be like together. Eventually, the sun set, and I realized what had happened. Don't apologize. It's not your fault. I placed you in a scary situation, and you thought avoiding it would hurt both of us less. I mean, it hurt like hell for a long time, but I understand now. Honestly, I do. I think that maybe part of the reason that I still come back here is that some part of my brain still expects you to come back from that day. Somewhere in my mind, there's a voice that's always screamed, you have to be there, because if you aren't, then you'll never know if she came back to tell you what you wanted to hear. And I guess, in a way, I was right. I just, wish it wasn't under these circumstances. That fall, when we started texting again, I just tried to pretend that day never happened, because it was too awkward. Things had already moved on by that point. I didn't want to dredge that up and risk, I don't know. And then you started telling me about this guy you'd met, and in my head I called him Mr. Perfect because he sounded like he was. He was smart and charming and handsome, on the road to a successful career. He was everything you needed. Even when you started mentioning things that I, didn't like about him, I assumed that it was just jealousy on my part, I wanted to be supportive. I wanted you to have an amazing life with the perfect guy. I should have listened to my gut. Should have told you that he sounded like an asshole, that he sounded untrustworthy, that I didn't like how he talked to you. But that would have just made things worse, wouldn't it? You would have hated my guts if I said that about the man you loved, especially after that summer. God, I hated him, though. I thought that by being everything you needed, he was everything that I wasn't. And then he did this to you, apparently. So now I hate him even more, because he fooled me into believing that I should be jealous of him. Does he know? That you know, I mean. Have you confronted him? Oh. When are you going to tell him? Wait. How long has it been since you found the lipstick? Six months. I am so sorry. I had no idea. I would have something, I guess. I don't know. How you've lived with him like this, in the same bed as that prick. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, look at me. Look at me. You did not do anything to cause this, okay? I know how your brain works. I know you're trying to figure out what you did wrong, how you contributed to this, all of that crap. But that's what it all is. Crap. You didn't do anything to cause this, and you did not deserve it. That prick doesn't understand a good thing when he sees it. He doesn't know how amazing you are, how kind you are, how beautiful you are. You did nothing to deserve this, and he hasn't done anything to deserve you. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, of course. I came out and waited that day you left. I waited until almost midnight. And I kept coming and waiting, week after week, year after year. But I don't want you to think that I was waiting for you to tell me that you loved me, or to tell me that you wanted to be with me or something. I mean, that would have definitely been nice, but no, I was waiting for you to come back and sit and take a nap. I was waiting because I knew that I needed to be here, to be ready for you if you needed me. I waited because you are my best friend in the world, and I would wait for the rest of my life if I had to. Just how I remember it. What should you do now? Leave him. He's done enough to you. You don't owe him anything. I mean, if you needed to, you could come stay with me until you find your own place. I've got a spare bed. I don't mind it. Or I can move. It's not like I'm doing much around here anyway, or whatever you need, really. No. Look. I know what I think you should do. You know what I think you should do. But I can't make that decision for you. You need to decide this for yourself. And no matter what you do, I'll support you every step of the way. And you don't have to make a decision right here and now. You can... Well, I guess you could come back here tomorrow and tell me what you want to do. I'm fine with waiting. I've done a lot of it in my time. Just promise me you'll come back this time, no matter what you decide. Okay? Thank you. For now, so just don't worry about it. Don't worry about any of that. Just relax here with me enjoy the afternoon. You deserve some rest, a break from everything going on in your life. I don't mind you laying in my lap for one more afternoon. I've missed it a lot, actually. Just rest your eyes and your mind, and I'll be here for you for as long as you need.